Hello, in this video tutorial you are going to learn how to add application in IIS 8 on Windows Server 2012 by Sachin Sami, powered by tech.pdecrest.com. An application is a grouping of files and folders at the root level of the website, or a grouping of a content in the separate folder under the website's root directory. When we add application in IIS 8, we designate a directory as a starting point for the application and then specify a properties specific to that particular application, such as the application pool that the application will run in. Okay, here we are on Windows Server 2012 machine. Let's log on with administrative rights. Just hold on for a moment. Okay, the server manager as usual has automatically opened. Okay, click on tools. Here you can see Internet Information Service and DNS. Oops. Let's click on DNS. In our earlier tutorial we have told you how to configure a DNS. So if you don't know how to configure DNS, please go ahead and check out that video. I have given the link for that video in the description below this video. These all records are subdomains. So we are going to use app.pdecrest.com for this tutorial. Let's minimize this DNS manager. Okay. Also minimize server manager. Let's go to Internet Explorer. Here we are going to type a domain name that will be tech.pdecrest.com, that is tech.petercrys.com. Hit enter and hold on for a moment. Okay, here you can see it is opening a local website which we have configured earlier. Basically we have configured a DNS, that's why it's opening a local website. So first we have to stop our DNS service so that we can download it from the WAN connection. Let me stop the DNS server first. Okay, so DNS has been stopped. Now let's run a small script. Basically let me show you what's inside. It is a small command, that is ipconfig/flush DNS, which will flush all the DNS cache. So let's double click on it, and as you can see it has been flushed the DNS records. So let's once again close the Internet Explorer and open it and type down tech.pdecrest.com. Okay, here we are on the tech.pdecrest.com. You will find a blog. From here you can download a file which we require in order to complete this tutorial. So click on download, and it's showing me a page which is a Google Docs. Let's click on file and click on download. Save, and let's close the Internet Explorer. Let's start once again the DNS server which we have stopped. Okay, close this, run again the flush DNS command, close this. Okay, so these files we have downloaded to complete this tutorial. Let's open it. Here you can see the folder. Let's copy it onto the desktop. Okay, and let's close this one. Click on extract, double click on the folder. Here you can see multiple files. Basically there are 3 folders and 3 files. First one is a license which is open source, so close this. Second is the link for my video tutorials and my Skype ID, and the third one is readme information file. So let's check it out what we are going to do in this tutorial. So just hold on for a second. Let me go to format and click on word wrap. Okay, this is much better. In this video tutorial you are going to learn how to add one or more application in a same website. Now I'm not going to read all of this because it will take a lot of time, so you can just pause the video and read it out by yourself, or you can download the file from our website. Okay, so first thing what we are going to do is configure these 3 websites in an existing web application, that is app.pdecrest.com. Before doing that, let me delete this. Okay, just hold on for a moment. Okay, so let's open server manager. On the server manager, click on tools, Internet Information Service. click on it, and the IIS manager will automatically open. Let me close server manager. Okay, click on the server node on the IIS, click on sites. Here you can see app.ptechrise.com, which we have configured in our previous tutorial, which was how to configure a virtual directory. If you haven't seen that, please go ahead and check it out. I have given the link into the description tab below this video. Just click on the arrow sign on the site, and that will show you all the directories inside the folder. Let me click on explore. Here you can see there is only one file inside app.ptechrise.com and the path. Let's minimize this. Okay, and let's open our folder, and let's copy these 3 web applications on the website folder. So let me copy it. Okay, right click. Oops, just hold on for a minute. Let me copy it. Copy and paste it over the folder. Okay, so we have copied all 3 folders inside the root directory of app.ptechrise.com. Okay, so let's see what's inside the accounts department folder. It's a simple code which I have created in a Visual Studio. Let's open the default.aspx. Just click on edit, and it will open into the notepad. As you can see, it is a very simple code. Let's close this, and let's go back. Basically it's the same thing, I just have changed the name. Okay, so let's close this very quickly, and now we are going to configure our websites 1, 2 and 3. So once again, let's go back to IIS, right click, refresh, and as you can see, all the directories which is inside the root directory of app.ptechrise.com are showing over here. Basically there are 2 ways you can convert a folder into an application. The first one is convert application, basically convert to application, and the second one is add application. So first let's convert this folder into an application. Okay, let's copy this name, that is accounts department. Right click, copy, and click OK. Now as you can see, the folder has been converted into an application. Let's go to Internet Explorer, and let's type app.ptechrise.com. That will be app.ptechrise.com, and hit enter. This website we have configured in our previous tutorial. So let's paste accounts-department and hit enter once again. Just hold on for a moment. Okay, so as you can see, the application has been opened, accounts department, and here you can see the current date, the virtual path of the page, path of the directory, and it is also showing the IP address of the user who is accessing the web application. In our case, it is showing our server local IP address. Now let's close the Internet Explorer. Okay, so let's now remove the accounts department application. Click on remove. Yes. Now click on the root of the website and click on add application. Type ACCOUNTS, that is accounts. Okay, and let's give the path of the accounts department directory. Let's browse to it. That will be sites folder. Inside sites, oops, just hold on. Okay, there is app.ptechrise.com and accounts department. Click OK and then OK. Now as you can see the difference, it's showing me accounts rather than as previously it was showing me accounts department. Now let's create another application that will be human resource. So I will just type HR and give the physical path to the directory. That will be inetpub, sites folder, and app.ptechrise.com, and there will be human resource. Click OK, again OK, and there. Once again, let's create one more, that is sales and marketing. Let's click on add application, type the application name which whatever you want to give. That will be sales for our case. Okay, and the physical path, that will be as usual as earlier, sites app.ptechrise.com and the sales and marketing folder. Click OK, OK, and there. Now we have configured all three web applications, that is accounts, HR and sales. Now let's access these websites using Internet Explorer and check it out what happens. So on the Internet Explorer, let's type app.pdcrash.com and the accounts. So I only have to type accounts, so just me delete this. Okay, hit enter, and as you can see, the same website, that is application accounts department. Now let's again type HR instead of accounts. Okay, and as you can see, it's giving me an error because the website has been created on the .NET framework of 3.5. So we will resolve this error in a moment. Right now let's check it out. The sales, that will be SALES, and hit enter. There, it is opening perfectly because it is working on ASP.NET framework 4.0, which I will going to show you in a moment. Let's see what next we have to do. Let's open the text file. Okay, so we have done the first part. We have configured all three web applications. Now in second step, we have to configure a separate application pool for each of the web applications, so that if one application goes down, it will not affect other web applications. Okay, so let me show you an example what happens when the application pool goes down. And from the action pane, select advanced setting. Okay, here you can see by default it is using app.pdcrash.com application pool. So let's change this. Click on app.pdcrash.com application pool, and from the drop down select different application pool. For our case, we are going to select tech.pdcrash.com, which we have created in our earlier tutorial. So click OK and OK, and now let's see the advanced setting of tech.pdcrash.com. Click on advanced setting, and as you can see, it is using tech.pdcrash.com. Let's close this, and now I am going to stop tech.pdcrash.com web application. So click on stop. Okay, but just stopping the website will not stop the website's application pool. So let's go into the application pool tab. Here you can see tech.pdcrash.com. I have selected the tech.pdcrash.com and I have clicked on stop. So the application pool for that website and that website in a stopped stage. Now let's open Internet Explorer and check it out what happens when we access our account's web application. So let's type down, that is app.pdcrash.com/accounts ACCOUNTS, and as you can see, it is giving me an error, service unavailable, HTTP error 503. Now let's do one thing. Let's remove accounts from here and let's type sales, which is using a different application pool, that is SALSE. Okay, and hit enter, and as you can see, it is running. It is running because it is using a different application pool. So let's close Internet Explorer. Okay, on the IIS, let's start the application pool which we have stopped. Okay, and the website, click on start. Once again, let's go back to our text file and check out the second task. Okay, it was to create a new application pool for all three applications. So let's minimize this. Let's create different application pool for our web applications. So let's click on application pools, right click, add application pool. Let's give an appropriate name to application pool for our web application. So I'm going to give accounts, and it is using .NET framework 4.0. So that's okay. Click OK. The second one, same thing. Let's type HR, click OK, and the third one, same way. Let's type sales, that is SALES, and click OK. So we have configured all three application pools, sales, HR, and accounts. Now let's configure these three application pools with our web applications. Let's go back to our website, that is app.pdcrash.com. Click on accounts, click on advanced setting. Here you can see right now it is tech.pdcrash.com is selected. Click on the drop down and select accounts. Oops, select accounts, click OK and OK. Now click on HR, click on browse to the application. As you can see, it is giving me an error. We are going to solve this error in a moment. Let's click on advanced setting and change the application pool, that will be HR. Okay, same thing with the sales. click on sales, advanced setting, application pool, select sales, hit on OK and then OK. Now all three applications which we have configured have a new application pool. Now let's open Internet Explorer and check it out what happens when we access all three of these applications. So let's click on Internet Explorer and type it down, that is app.petercast.com/accounts, and as you can see it is working perfectly fine. Let's click on another tab and type app.petercast.com/sales, and it is also working perfectly fine. Next one, that is app.petercast.com/HR. Okay, it's giving me an error, but this is not application pool error, this is something else which we are going to resolve in a moment. So I have minimized the Internet Explorer, and now let's open the Task Manager. On the Task Manager Details tab, if I go at the bottom, you can see there are three processes are running. One is HR, second is sales, and the third one is accounts. These processes are initialized by the application pool when we accessed the web application at the first time. So let's close this. Okay. Also, let's close the Internet Explorer as we don't require it anymore. Okay, so once again let's open our text file. So the third step we have done, test all application on the server. Now let's see the fourth step. Solve the .NET Framework error from app.petercast.com/HR web application. So on the IIS, let's go to HR, right click, explore. Let's open the web.config file. Right click on the web.config file. Oops, let me right click on it and open with try. Let's open with Notepad. Okay, as you can see over here, it's showing me .NET Framework 3.5. That means the HR web application is built on .NET Framework 3.5 and it will not work on .NET Framework 4.0. So let's change the framework for the HR application. Let's go to application pool, double click on HR. Okay, as you can see over here, it is using 4.0. Let's change it to 2.0. Let's click on cancel. You can also change the framework from here, advanced setting. As you can see over here, 4.0. Let's change it to 2.0 and click OK. So the framework is now changed to 2.0, which includes .NET Framework 3.0 and 3.5. Now let's recycle the application pool. Oops. Okay, click on recycle so that the application pool will restart. Now let's open the web application for HR, that will be app.petercast.com/HR, and as you can see, website is started working perfectly fine. So let's close the Internet Explorer. Okay, now once again let's open the text file and check it out. What is the fifth thing we have to do? That is access and test all three web applications from the client system. So just hold on for a moment. Let me switch to the client machine. Let's minimize this. Also minimize this one. Just hold on for a second. Okay. Now we are on Windows 7 machine. Let's open run. Press Windows and R. That is shortcut for the run. Type ping app.petercast.com and hit enter, and as you can see, I'm able to establish a connection from my machine to a server. So let's close this and let's open Internet Explorer. Just hold on for a second. Okay, and let's type the name, that will be app.petercast.com and hit enter. The main website has been opened, which we have configured in our earlier tutorial. Now let's type /accounts, ACCOUNTS. Okay, and hit enter once again, and as you can see, it's opened perfectly fine and it's showing me the IP address of my client machine, that will be 192.168.122. Let's remove accounts and type HR. Okay, and as you can see, human resource, the IP address, my local IP address is showing. Now here I am going to type the third one, that will be sales, that will be SALES. and hit enter. Okay, and so open sales and marketing and my local IP address. Okay, no problem. So all three websites are working perfectly fine. So this completes our tutorial of how to add application in IIS 8 on Windows Server 2012. Hello friends, thank you for watching this tutorial. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to receive an email update when we post a new video. Share it with your technical IT friends. If you are facing any technical problem or have any suggestions, post your comment here, or you can catch me on Google+, Gtalk, Facebook, Twitter and Skype. This video tutorial is presented by Sachin Sai, powered by tech.pdchrist.com.